Sorry. Road rant.
Road rant.
Can't deal with your ASMR shit right now. Oh no. Oh, this is the very unsatisfying start of the Metro Machines podcast. Hit that shit. Welcome to the Metro Machines podcast.
Here we go.
What's the opposite of like hard? Like I know there's flaccid, but there's got to be more degrees of negative. I'm an innie right now.
It's going out the back.
Yeah, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Metro Machines podcast. Welcome to the hottest week on record in Iowa's history. Fucking knock it off from shoving that.
Welcome to Metro Machines podcast. ASMR version.
God damn it. No, this was the hottest week ever. It sucked.
Oh,
it was
God.
awful. So it's kind of humidity in here, but it's not as bad. Anyway, my name is Foz. That's Eric. I say hi, Eric.
Yeah.
Next to me is Wanda. Say hi, Wanda.
Hi, Wanda.
Would you call yourself outside Steve Jobs' stupid little brother?
Steve Jobs' terrible brother.
No. Steve Jobs was terrible, as a fact.
I'm Steve Jobs' better brother.
He didn't have whatever. Anyway, look up anything about Steve Jobs. He was a bad person.
He's also dead.
Well, he refused modern medical treatment. That's his own choice. I was going to say fault, and I was like, hey, it's nobody's fault. Everyone dies.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to start off today with the question of the day. This one's going to be...
ASMR version. Let's go, everybody.
You're such
Why
a
does it
douche.
smell like ocorn in here?
You just
I
opened
just
a bush.
opened a bush.
Bush light.
Yeah, that's not going to smell like corn.
I don't know. Anyway, question of the day. God damn it. Fucking kill people here. The question of the day is, if you were a chicken wing, part one is would you be bone-in or boneless? And then part two is what sauce would you want to be slathered in? This is the what's known as the Buffalo Wild Wings personality test.
Oof. Okay.
Eric's taking the lead. This is a lot
This
for him.
is freaking money. I love it. I will be bone in, but
Of course.
I will also be a flat.
Which is the superior piece of chicken.
You're damn right. You can get that shit so clean. Ugh.
I don't like that. I don't like where you went with that.
Oh,
that
it's
could have
so
went
good.
not
You
there, and you went there.
Slurp it down.
What is with the noises today? Wanda's over here half chubbed. Fucking.
You act like I haven't ever anything below bricked.
Sometimes
Forever
you're Lego
bricked.
bricked.
That's super brick.
My answer is I'm boned because I'm hard all the time and pussy juice.
That's not on any menu I've ever seen. I've never seen pussy juice. There is pink sauce.
I bet you could probably get it at like one of those buffet strip club buffets, like just for the right
I'm calling the health
for
department.
the right amount of money.
I'm not sitting there
And
while
you
they
just see
collect
Wanda
it
just-
and they slather it. No. They got to toss that shit. Oh, no.
I mean, they could just padiddle
Yes, no,
themselves
yeah.
and squirt it into a bowl.
That's
Wings
not
and pussy.
sanitary.
Wings and pussy.
That is not sanitary.
Come
Come
sure
up with
my
a real
actual
flavor.
answer would be like fucking boneless because I'm.
You like adult nuggets. It's fine.
I love me some adult nuggets,
There's
but
nothing wrong with that.
but honestly, if I could just get an order of just flats, which you can actually do at some places.
You ever had a jumbo flat?
Oh, dude, there's
One of those Franken chickens that they made just fucking huge?
and they're just fucking massive.
Yeah. That's what 50-cent wing night used to be about before inflation.
God, we
And
never see
Obama.
that again.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right, Bob.
What are you going to talk
Your
about,
Bob
Bob?
is showing.
Anyway, so what? It would be a flat,
I'd
but
be a
what would you be
flat.
slathered in, Eric?
Oh God, I don't. Oof. Well, it'd probably be like a pretty spicy bourbon sauce. That's usually my go-to. If not, if we want to keep it B-dubs, the Caribbean jerk is probably my favorite sauce of theirs.
What'd you call me?
Caribbean jerk. I'll jerk you.
I'm trying to get my notes to update, but I have a feeling I didn't save them on my desktop, which is, I think, the problem here. All right, fine. Fuck my notes. So what was your actual sauce? You went boneless. What was your sauce, though?
No, I was actually looking that up right now.
Oh, he's on the Buffalo Wild Wings website.
Oh, okay. We're keeping a Buffalo Wild Wings, and yes,
Yeah, no,
Caribbean jerky.
that's fine. But there used to be this Italian spot when I was in Arizona. We would go after class every Tuesday.
I'm Parmesan garlic.
There it is. That sounds
Because
it's pretty.
I'm good.
Basic.
I'm good when you first have those couple bites, but after a while you get fucking sick of it.
I'm a slut for cheese,
and yet you're still
garlic.
around.
Exactly, because you always come back.
You always come back to the good old garparm.
That's the proper way to say it too. No one says whatever you said. Anyway, I would have to say I'm bone in, and I'm definitely doing garparm. But I want garparm on the side, and I want a tub of it. I want to dictate.
Jesus, I do want to dictate how much sauce because it seems like I never get the right amount of sauce.
Are you want a sloppy saucer or a dry saucer?
I love a sloppy sauce. Get my fingers all fucking just dirty and lick them all.
If it doesn't look like I went down on a bulb of garlic by the time I'm done eating my wings,
God,
I messed up. All right, I want a mess.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
That smell is so strong. I don't know what it is.
Just corn?
It might be what's in that container that's been in there for over a month and a half.
You have the fucking potatoes in there?
Uh-huh. I'm afraid to open it.
God.
I don't want to put it in my dumpster until I dump it.
I was going to say,
this
it
time.
smells like planty and maybe even moldy.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's it. We're having a science experiment. For science. I would be a bone in, and I would be garparm because I'm a slut for garparm. I had them Friday night from Pizza Ranch, and I'll let me tell you, bad. The sauce was good.
I feel like you'd be an Asian zing.
Yeah, it depends on mood. I don't want to go straight buffalo.
I thought about it, but I didn't want to be like that guy.
I mean, it's a good fallback.
It is a good fallback. It's always traditional. I'm never if I always go to a new spot, it's usually the sauce I go for just to see what it's similar on all aspects.
Because most of them use
they
Frank's or Texas Pete or.
Yeah, but some make their own. And it just depends on how much vinegar they're throwing in there and all that stuff. So it's always going to be an option, but it always varies from place to place.
Mm-hmm. Or if they use cookies, it's like that chalky, thick shit.
Mm-hmm.
I hate cookies buffalo.
Oh, give me some of that Anchor Bar fucking buffalo sauce.
Because it's dry rubbed buffalo.
I was scratching my leg.
Oh, I thought you were getting my attention. Sorry. That Anchor Bar, that is like a dry rubbed first, and then they cook it, and I think they bake it.
Yeah.
Can you technically make them do that? If you could make them do two, so have them start with the dry rub and then sauce it.
Probably.
I'm sure you could find a spot to do it. I'm not sure if B-dubs would.
I was gonna say I guess you could request it. Maybe being
go to a small town
put
bar.
Put the seasoning on the wings,
hook you up.
then cook it, and
the
then lather
Yard
it.
would probably do it.
Yeah.
The Yard,
because I know I can go there and order just flats, and it's amazing.
I want 37 flats in a bowl. I want a funnel at the bottom of the bowl, and I'm going to be the bottom of the bowl. Bones and all. It's good for calcium.
Yes.
Yo, I saw videos of people eating the bones.
actually eat.
Yeah, crunching them off and just eating the shards. I'm like, you build different.
God, I hope you better crunch that to hell because that's going to hurt pooping that later.
I think what happened is that person intentionally overcooks their wings. They like ultra done chicken. So when you do that, you zap everything out of the bone, and it's not hard anymore. It's just
brittle.
Yeah, it's basically like
that would make
chicharrones.
sense.
Yeah,
that would make sense then.
Better it's a boiled bone where it becomes soft, where they get the marrow and shit. They looked.
Now I want chicken.
They looked blacker than this table cover when he was trying to eat them. I'm just like,
no,
bruh.
thank you.
No,
I want chicken.
Chicken does sound good.
Yeah. I wonder if they can take a breast at Pizza Ranch and just douse it in garlic parm for me. Just make that shit wetter than fuck.
Maybe.
Because I would do that.
That's what I made today.
Did you make pigs in a blanket? White trash pig in a blanket?
Is that
I guess that's what.
Yeah,
I was
that's-
gonna say technically I wouldn't call it pigs in a blanket, but
It's
Because
a
it's
hot
hot
dog,
dog
rolled with a
instead of
croissant.
sausage?
pigs in a blanket is sausage.
Well,
No,
there's parts of pigs in there.
That one was beef.
All beef,
Is it-
all
is it
American
cow in
beef,
a blanket?
ballpark Franks.
I don't know. All I know is it said beef on it.
Oh, if you didn't know this, Wanda keeps kosher. So,
Yep.
yep, you only
Kosher.
can have beef franks. Yeah, it's
Blessed by a rabbi.
it's also not only blessed by a rabbi, but if something that's non-kosher touches a kosher surface, they literally have to light the bitch on fire.
That's so unnecessary.
Every square inch has to be touched by flame. Like I would follow a rabbi for a religious context. But they had to go in and re-verify a bread factory that normally does kosher, but somebody brought in one non-kosher item to make some loaves. They had to redo the entire plant with, those garden torches where they light yards on fire.
Oh, yeah.
So there's just 3 fucking rabbis with big fire tanks just lighting stainless shit up.
Good God.
You ever see them get ready for Passover? They're fucking burning marble countertops and sanitizing them. Global warming from cars? No. Kosher.
Kosher.
They also charge them like $250,000 a year to put the little kosher symbol on there. No. Refrain. Hold it back. We're not going through sensitivity training again, Eric. Okay, that was expensive. Martha is not coming back here. No sensitivity training.
I wish Quinn was here.
Speaking of which, 4-week countdown.
It is almost time for Quinn to be back stateside.
28 days.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
A-town,
The military, we
down.
all know, is never on time.
Never.
Always early or late, but never on time.
Real quick, thumbnail. Also, you know what else we're going to do right now?
Go to our sponsor.
We're going to go to our sponsor. You know who our sponsor is today? Our sponsors today is Rhett's General Store.
God damn it.
This is Rhett. This is also Leo. You want to hear a story, Eric?
I've been regaled by Keith.
Of what happened
Of what
yesterday?
happened.
Yeah, Saturday?
Saturday, yep. Also, I am Scotty Two Trotty. Just for the fun fact of being part of the Horse Foundation.
The Horse Foundation. Scotty Two-Trot. Let us in. Let us in. Wanda, let us in. What are you doing?
Trying to remotely download this game from my phone.
We're trying to give him props, and he's just on his phone.
Yeah, Rhett's General Store.
Rhett's General Store isn't doing a very good job of representing himself.
The fuck do you want to know aside from smelling that fucking shitty ass fucking potatoes?
Oh my God. Let the potatoes go, and we're contributing to your other life.
I don't know if I want to talk about it.
We watched him for 3 hours on Saturday night after we watched Collision.
Keith said that was the longest time he's ever watched.
Yeah.
The stream.
I think Keith's average watch time's like 7 minutes.
Not even, maybe like 3.
Oh, yeah. He just,
Yeah, comes in, throws 10 yeahs out there, calls me stupid or something along those lines.
dummies. Yeah.
It leaves.
What was happening to him in real life?
Arrives, leaves, repeat.
Yeah, man, he ran out of yas. Like his pudding points wouldn't allow him to buy anymore. Like he got locked out because he used so many. I was waiting for you to turn Streamlabs off.
He probably ran out of points.
No, he had to like 3,000.
Oh, well then you guys probably hit the limit for the day then.
That's what we did.
Excuse the limit for the hour. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah, we were.
Because you
Well,
can do so many per hour.
Originally, we were gonna come in, we were gonna bomb the shit out of you, and then we were gonna leave. And then when we came in, they were in this like conclave, and they were all having this serious talk. And we can read Wanda's body language, and he was in fucking attack mode. And I was like, okay. Keith and I looked at each other like, let's not. Like, this isn't the moment to do that because he's gonna have a real life aneurysm, and we'd have to go across town. We'd have to break into your house.
It was that intense, huh?
Yeah.
He started yelling.
Ooh.
Like when his server was rebooting, he was yelling about the situation. And then we were talking with his in-game wife for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because He
We ratted
decided
him
to
out.
up and leave to go to the gas station.
We ratted him out. Yes, we did.
He what?
What? And then she was mad.
It was so bad because like I was 2 blocks from my house when you guys said that, and I'm like, God damn it, I'm just about home.
Well, she didn't talk for the longest time. Like she was just
Doing her stuff.
literally. I hate how much I know about this. She threw his character on the back of the horse, and they were just riding around in the hills, and then they found a scenic overlook, and then they paused. And then she chat creeped him, and we were talking shit.
I haven't seen him in a while.
We also, I taught Keith how to gamble in chat. You can do that.
What?
You can gamble with his chat. He has it set up so you can use Streamlabs gamble. So we were dueling each other. I spelled duel the wrong way 3 times. Like instead of like the duel versus duel. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It was
okay.
DUAL instead of DUEL.
Yeah.
And then some nice person was like, "Hey, not Foz 1. This is how you spell it." I'm like, "You're a real champ. I appreciate you. Thank you. I am bad at grammar and
I really wish I was there. I would have just berated you for spelling duel wrong.
Oh, absolutely. Thing is, Ty and Keith didn't catch it once. I tried it 6 times.
It is time, Keith.
It's not just us. It's everybody. The fucking Daltons. Enzo and Matt's fucking group. I can't think of any other fucking ones at the top of my head right now. Whoever the fucking gangs are. Names. I can't think of them. Nobody likes them. Everybody is having a fucking problem with them.
Well,
Yeah,
he was heated.
Oh, yeah. And then they had like a 30-minute discussion that had. They
The
kept
meeting
saying,
lasted an hour.
oh, easily, but they kept saying the same things over and over again. Nobody like advanced the meeting. I've been in a lot of corporate meetings. There's got to be somebody be like, "Hey, okay, we've said this 6 times. We're all collectively moving past this."
We're going to point B.
It was frustrating because like the staff was just giving us the corporate answer of like, okay, we'll look into it.
The owner of the server staff.
Yeah.
We got to keep that line between reality and
there's-
in-game admin.
There's owner, like this is server owner,
Yeah.
and then there's staff leads, and then there's staff. We were talking to a staff lead who is basically right below the owner, and she was just giving us that corporate answer of,
We'll look into it.
we'll look into it. We'll look
Submit a ticket.
We'll submit a ticket, clip it, and ship it.
IT answer. I fucking hate
And
that.
like it was like she kept saying she needed to get out there and do stuff. Well, it's like, well, they are not fucking helping the situation. But not to bore people, but long story short, the server, you can fucking rob a fort. And when we tried to rob a fort, another group came in and fucking contested us for it. That was not the problem. The problem was because I had clipped it because it looked like the guy was using some kind of a software or like a third-party thing to where he was cheating, like an aimbot. So I had sent that in. But then while we were dealing with other shit, we couldn't leave because we were dead and had to wait for doctors to pick this up. But then the second the doctors picked us up, we were trying to find another person because that group hid his body when they're not supposed to, because that is against server rules.
They were also saying derogatory things to the females.
Yeah, calling them sluts and stuff like that, and that's against server rules too.
You don't slut shame.
So
no slut shaming.
they got all their people up, they
Dave.
left, but as they were passing us, they were fucking making comments at us saying like, quit being fucking pussy and shit and fucking not giving us your family name and stuff like that because we're criminals. We don't have to tell you that shit. And they were a criminal gang as well too. But that's what all started it. And then it just all fucking went downhill from there, so that they've been coming to our town, Blackwater, to fucking cause more mayhem, coming to find us, shoot us, kill us. We weren't going to follow in their play. Like, we were just going to allow them to fucking kill us and call it a day. Well, they fucking ran an event out of the saloon in Blackwater, and they fucking came to us while the girls were having like a slumber party in the saloon. So
Miss
law...
Kitty.
The law and our family was guarding the saloon while this was going on, but we had some other stuff that was going on at the same time, and that same exact time that fucking group came in, they went into the saloon and murdered all the fucking women in there.
There's like a whole ass constitution to play this game in the role play.
Jesus.
Yeah, the rule book I think is like 6-7 pages long.
And then they got into the
God.
meta versus like aggressive RP versus, what was it? Forced RP?
Forced RP. That was the conversation because we didn't want to interact with this group because the way that they RP is something we don't want to do because it's disrespectful.
Pause a second. RP for the non-nerds, role playing.
Role playing.
Just so you know.
and this is on Red Dead Redemption 2 online, but it's not on a console. It's on a computer because you need the server. Because Red Dead Online is completely different than what I'm doing.
This is a whole thing. Yeah.
It's a whole ass thing because they even do it with GTA 5 even too.
Oh yeah. GTA 5 community's huge.
And,
trashy, but huge.
But
Tell me I'm wrong.
So after when I say murder, these people aren't like dead and gone and forever. The ruling is that they're unconscious and the doctor's able to get to them and save them in time. The only time someone can actually die is if somebody dies, they cannot come back as that character because it was agreed upon on both sides of the party. The person who's playing the character and the person who killed him.
Oh, really? So that's like I'm going to race you for pink slips.
So you could even technically do a duel, and you can even agree upon whoever dies is dead.
Is dead.
You can actually do that. You can
revamp a new
actually
character.
do that. Yes.
That's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty.
And so after
Your nerd bone is tingling.
they murdered unconscious all of our women in that saloon, we took it upon us to go to Saint Denis and we fucking killed them. But then after we killed them,
they got a ticket.
Then all of a sudden the government is coming at us now, and now we're pretty much in like a grace period right now because we have to meet with this other gang out of county to solve this problem. And we don't want to meet with them because we don't want to deal with them because they're acting like fucking children because they're calling everybody pussies and sluts and stuff like that. And it's just like, it's a terrible RP. It's a weak RP. And now the government is forcing us to deal with it. Otherwise, if we don't work with them, we're going to get disbanded.
And then they have to start over. To add a lighter note to this, because that's Wanda. This is what Wanda's dealing with. On top of being an outlaw, on top of being a general store owner,
on top of being security at a saloon,
on top of also having an in-game wife, we are starting a new faction. We have decided. What's it called?
Foundation.
Yeah, it's called the Horse Foundation.
Yep.
Everyone's name has to be some sort of pun from someone who might be associated or have wrestled at the time of the Hart Foundation. So Keith is Brett the Hitman Horse. Ty is Owen Horse. I'm Jim Nade Hart. and Eric, what's your name?
Scotty Too Trotty, baby.
Let us in. Let us in. Stop doom scrolling and let us in.
I'm just trying to fucking.
I'm gonna buy a computer just so I can go in there and be named Scotty Too Trotty.
Are you changing something? God, he's such a. Anyway,
like the fucking shit just.
I think you're a little crazy, buddy.
But I also sit in a house all day that has an air filter where I don't smell anything.
That is true.
You sit in a sanitized bubble.
Are just fucking ready to go.
Yep. All right. So, unhappy things about the podcast today. My grandma died.
I love how he says that kind of laughing.
Sorry, it's fine. The only reason I say this, and here's how I'm going to quantify it. She was 87. She had not only just one family where she was married for 36 years, she had another family where she was married for almost 20 years, 17 years, where she got an entire another family. She was a nurse. She was loved. She had everything you could. She won life. You can't do much more than that in 87 years on this earth.
Fair.
Yep. It's just what it is. So, yeah, I had the funeral today and the wake yesterday, and funny thing about the wake yesterday, I was in a town, and I was like, hey, we got to go get supplies for the warehouse. So I had to go to Menards in funeral clothes and pick up a water heater.
Of course you would.
And Sammy doesn't wear appropriate clothing for the event, so yeah, that was fun.
How was it?
Her skirt didn't go to her knees.
Oh.
It was more of a nightclubby dress than it was a, hey, I'm sorry your grandma's dead dress.
I'm sorry your grandma's
dead. Are you
dead.
mad about it, or was somebody else mad about it?
I'm annoyed by it because she doesn't know how to gauge she can't read a room. The main thing with Sammy is she has the inability to read a room or situation and figure out appropriate response to the stimuli in front of her. And then that just manifests into things like she doesn't always wear the appropriate clothing for the situation and
Fair.
say the right thing at the right time or talk about things that shouldn't be talked about in front of other people. But anyway, I just want to say that funerals suck.
They do.
And the fact that there was an hour service this morning, and he spent 30 minutes trying to recruit people for the church. And that fucking annoyed the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I should have brought fidget toys.
I'm trying to remember. I remember talking to another friend about this too. That's not even like that happens quite often to where these pastors will take this opportunity to like do something about it. Where like somebody was like did a sermon at a funeral about pastors' pay.
What?
Yeah, like how their pastors should be paid better.
Oh,
But they did it during a funeral.
Wow.
This one was all like, well, Barb went to heaven. You know, you can go too, but only if you do X, Y, and Z. Now that message repeated for 30 minutes. And then I got to hear some Alan Jackson.
Standing on the promises.
Nope.
Oh.
No, that's not one. He did a chorus, Amazing Grace. He did a version.
Oh, and here I thought.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, my grandma, party animal. Yeah, it's get hotter than a hoochie's coochie. Yeah.
And it was this week.
It was this hotter. No, my grandma did it right. So I don't want to tell you what to do, but if you're above the age of like 35, just buy your funeral. She had everything paid for. She picked her casket. She picked her flowers. She picked where, what to eat, every single song selection, every single thing the pastor was going to read, like where she wanted everything. And she just prepaid for it. You know what the family had to do?
Plan it.
Show the fuck up. Not even. She had it planned. She hired the funeral home and told them exactly how she wanted it to go. And then all the family had to do was
They
show
started
up.
plan a day. They started plan a day.
They had picked a day that worked, but yeah. So, hate funerals. Anyway, lighter side of this weekend, I got to be Father Foz, which means I let the beard out, and then I had to put it right back because, god damn it, I hate it when it's not in braids now.
AKA Quinn had mentioned bird's nest on his
stapled
face.
to his chin.
Yeah. I should show you a picture of all the. When I take it out, it takes me 2 hours to de-dread this shit and take everything out of it. There's a ball of hair about yay big in my trash can right now. It takes literally 2 hours to work the dreads out at the top. That's awful. There's so many crumbs in there. That's why it happens. Crumbs get in there, and then the dead hair falls, and then it gets in this like primordial like mortar, basically.
Thick, doesn't want to go.
Well, I don't want chicken anymore.
The only thing that gets stuck is the top 3 braids right here because it falls, and then it just like glues them together, and then I got to sit there and like literally wiggle it, like on paper clips. Where like if you bend it enough,
it
it'll
just snaps.
Same thing. You gotta kind of just wiggle it and warm it up with your fingers, and then you gotta separate it.
Not necessarily like trimming it, but have you ever thought of like just doing some kind of like an oil just to?
Problem with oil, it's a volume problem. I've got 20 inches of hair. Now coat this with any sort of scent.
Well, I mean, more or less.
I'm a walking fucking candle. I can't get off my face.
That's okay. You'll be fine with it. I'm talking like up here where you can like control it a little bit better. So it's
I don't
not
want to
like
control it. I like this. It's usually
it's his whole persona.
Yeah, usually when I do it wet, and when I do it, I actually blend all this in, so it stays down for a decent amount of time. But then it just all eventually hair grows. And
So here's a little fear that I have, and I've always been curious if you've ever had this fear.
What?
But I've always had the fear of like when I have my hair down, someone just comes up to you and just.
Oh, I've thought about this scenario a lot.
Because that runs through my head quite a bit, and I'm like always thinking like, what the fuck am I gonna do if somebody did that to my hair right now?
Oh, I will violently kick their ass.
I know. I've been kind of thinking that too.
Like, this will be the
Noted.
reason I go to jail for a long time. But the thing is, cutting someone's hair like that is actually assault. So,
Oh, good. Good to know.
because it's a sharp weapon coming at you real fast. The
fucking
thing is,
watching
if
it.
I decide to beat him unconscious, him or her, these hands are rated E for everyone.
Especially
Equal
with the beard.
opportunity, dude. You cut my fucking beard. I'm breaking jawbones. Yeah, I'm just gonna beat them within an inch of their life, and I'll get away with it. That's my legitimate plan.
I mean, that's fair.
It's not a challenge to anyone.
I
Please don't
won't-
come at me with sharp objects because I will shove them in your eye socket. I'm a fucked up individual. Please don't push my buttons.
I'm not going to do it to you because now it's growing longer for the sake of cutting it and donating it and everything. So I'm not going to fuck with that.
Oh, now because I had a fucking reason.
Also,
behind it now.
when
Yeah.
you donate it, do some research.
like, what do you mean?
Not locks of love.
No, that's
They're a poor profit.
That is already not even a thing. The only one I'm really looking at right now is Wigs for Kids.
It's slightly better, not a lot better.
I'll look into it more.
I would do a lot of research because Locks of Love charges like $500 to $1,000 per wig.
For the wigs?
They didn't have to source the base material.
Really?
Yeah. Like everyone's like, oh, you gave it to Lux of Love. Yeah. So it's like the Goodwill situation. You know, Goodwill's a for-profit. It's not a charity. There's a CEO. He makes millions. And then they exploit states' employee benefit system so he can pay them below minimum wage. Same thing. Don't shop at Goodwill. Shop local. Shop thrift.
Let's go thrifting.
Yay! Wedding was great. I had to work with some people. It was great. It was at Sheldon for the third week in a row. Now, here's what I'm going to say about this wedding, and it's a trend, so I want you guys to think about this in your own right. Eric, busting everyone's balls today.
I told you what I was doing.
So,
That's fine.
of the wedding, right, you know, as part of the ceremony, you have seating of the parents, wedding party, all that shit, right?
Hey! Go ahead.
You've been done did duping it.
Fucking hate you. Anyway, so they pick these songs out. Well, the thing is, normally, like, they start walking when the song transitions, right? This bride didn't want it, so she did This Is It by Scotty McGreery, but she didn't want it till the second verse. So me and the groom are just standing there while 60 people are staring at us for a minute and a half.
Really?
Yeah, and then I had to nod them, and then they started going. And then her song is like some sort of Christian rap.
What?
Think NF, but a little harder. More drugs involved, but like NF style. She didn't want that until the bridge, which was 2/3 of the way through a rap song. So the entire bridal party, 4 on each side, plus the groom and me, are just standing there for 2.5 minutes while this is playing. And then everyone's staring at me like they're trying to, like, you know, that weird old person half stand thing they do to get up. I'm just like, sit down. And then I finally told them to stand up 2 minutes in. It was just different. I've never seen that before. It's, again, this isn't judged one way or the other because I'll do whatever the wedding client wants. I've just never seen that before. Would you have done that? Would you have picked a certain part of the song to come into? If it was like, that song was significant to the bride and the groom. So again, you do you, boo boo. That's fine. Let's work with it.
To come into I'm sorry.
So like if you had a certain spot in a certain song you wanted to use for your ceremony, would you lead into the song earlier, like partway through to get to that spot so that way it's not
Or
a long
play
amount
the
of
whole
time?
song?
Or would you go from 0 to bridge?
I would start like right before it for the little build up so people know it's about to happen and then go.
So like if you wanted to play verse 2, you would have the DJ come in on chorus, the beginning of the chorus. That way the chorus is the lead in.
Yep.
And then verse 2. That way there's a little.
I do that quite a bit. I mean, they don't request it. I just do it because I don't want to fucking take forever. But like whenever some people like for their entrance is like Thunderstruck, I'll get to the part where the bass starts fucking going. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to do that. It's a 30 seconds.
Otherwise, you're just sitting there listening to a guitar.
Not even just a guitar. It's the same 2 notes.
Yeah.
No, I do that with Thunderstruck too. I do that on intros too. Like I jump because a lot of people want to use "You're the One." No, "Forever and Always." It's a Shania Twain song, but she has like spoken word poetry for the first 45 seconds. And when they use it for ceremony, it's like, hey, I'm gonna skip all that because otherwise you're just gonna be standing there and everyone's gonna be confused.
What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? That's
Why
why I
aren't
was
they coming out?
That's why I was always encourage people to have separate songs for parents and grandparents, like parents and grandparents on one song, then bridal party, then bride. Instead, like some brides just want to use one song for literally everything, including her entrance. And I'm like, humans need direction.
I need time, and I don't know if we have enough to get this all done in that little amount of time.
And then you also need to be like, hey, if you split the songs up, people know change is happening, right? Like, so, okay, well, it went from background music to this one slightly louder when we're doing the seating of the parents. Okay, changing songs. Now you know the bridal party's coming in. Okay, they're up there. Song fades, goes into another song. Okay, everyone knows that now the bride is entering, and we should stand the fuck up.
Yeah, it's just a very nice cue point.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because otherwise, yeah, you're just sitting
Have
there.
you ever had it where
wondering.
someone tried to request each pair in the bridal party each had their own song?
For the reception, not the ceremony.
So like where, yeah, like the
Grand entrance. Yeah, all the time.
Where you have
I've had
each bridal party has
Bridal party pair had their own song.
Pairing
I've had
their
it
own song.
where each person in the bridal party had their own song. I had 16 songs to queue up.
Oh my god.
And then I may or may not have put the wrong version of Teenagers on the queue.
Which one was it supposed to be?
The edited version.
Okay.
What version wasn't it? The edited version.
The
So-
living shit out of me.
That's the thing. It was queued at the chorus. It wasn't queued at the, you're gonna clean up your looks. No, it was the, out of Saturday, teenagers scared.
the living shit out
I
of
kind of dimmed it, but everyone knew what happened. And I'm just like, I told her, like, I have a 50-50 shot of having it because it's not labeled real well. And I told her name was Abby. I'm like, hey, I'll be real with you. There's a 50-50 shot I have the wrong one. And I'm about to piss off your grandparents. If anyone asks, me. My fault. It's all good. She loved it. She thought it was funnier than shit. And I'm just like, well, you of course you would. You chose Teenagers as your entrance song for your brother's wedding.
Just so you're aware,
Yeah.
if a miracle ever happens where I get married, don't censor anything ever.
Well, we only censor it by default now because that's all the music we have. We don't.
That's fine.
We don't inherently buy curse music because we can't market.
But if you
with
were
it.
to accidentally drop the F-bomb during a song, I would be laughing my ass off.
Dude,
Yeah, I
all
mean,
night longer
let it
by
play.
Sammy Adams has been coming back so hard.
Really?
Yeah, like it's on request list all the time, and that's my cue. Normally I wouldn't play it, but like if they have it on the request list, I know. No, don't play it at 8 p.m. when Grandma's here. Duh. If I play it towards the end, you should see. I was just the motherfucker stronger. Everyone loves. Oh, that and Jordan Belford. It's a no-brainer now.
Jordan Belfort, yeah.
I don't know why people enjoy that song so much.
I be getting dirty money,
Money,
Jordan
Jordan
Belford. Stacking penny stocks while I'm
I had to
flipping
play
these
that.
birds.
When I was doing the DJing at sororities and you and I, that was like the number one song, and I just
That and Mo Bamba.
no, I never. Well, if I did, it was like I don't know. It was very few and in between for Mo Bamba, but for me,
Really?
it was like Jordan Belford.
Because I love college. What?
That might have been one of them.
That was
the
a
one
bop
all night
bop. That's a
longer.
fucking
All Night Longer by Sammy Adams.
There's another one in there.
It just aged so fucking well. It's such a good song.
Is there like one called like Kodak Yellow?
Bodak Yellow by Cardi B.
No, that's not it either.
That one was huge. I play that at weddings. It's had enough time to what I call like the burn down effect.
I know a lyric, but I can't say
What's it? What is it?
I can't. It's got the N word in it.
Fuck would you?
Hey, killer, West Side.
Oh yeah, no, that's something different.
That's
Yeah,
the song
know
I
the
was
song.
thinking of.
Oh yeah. That also died.
That did.
That died hard.
Jumped.
Yeah, that's
Right
why
down there.
TikTok's ruining my fucking career. That's all right. We're gonna be replaced by
Caroline.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caroline.
Eric, giving a fuck in this economy?
I don't have any fucks to spare.
I'm fucking. The fuck's bank is empty, and his is overdrawn.
Got paid today.
I said your fuck's bank was empty, was overdrawn. Not your
But he
actual
got paid
bank.
today.
You got
Wanda's
paid-
got all the
Yeah,
fucks
yeah.
to give.
He's got a plethora of fucks to give today.
I'll be over here doing Wordle.
What the fuck? Stop doing Wordle on the podcast.
Y'all hating on me.
I request 1 hour of attention.
When do we not hate on you? Also, I'd like to point out this podcast was actually pretty supportive of you and your hobbies. So
Absolutely. We had a healthy discussion.
And then you followed it by making fun of it with the Horse Foundation.
Hey,
No.
no, that's just having fun.
That was having
with
fun.
it.
And we actually want to join because we would be outlaws.
Well, you all need at least a 2K PC. So.
Well,
You
Mine
have it.
can
You
do it. I'll buy you all PCs.
Merry Christmas.
We'll set up a LAN party in
There
here.
we go, right in here.
Yeah, we'll just set them all up, and we'll get those big Alienware, like, curved monitors
Yes,
and shit.
I like
Hell
it.
yeah, brother. Let's go. So I had an awkward situation the other day at the Cattlemen's Club, formerly the Family Table of Sioux Center.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm walking up, right? I'm meeting Keith for lunch because we decided to play Boomer for the afternoon. So we went to a sit-down restaurant and just sat there and ordered one thing and then just sat and talked the whole time.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you know. So I'm walking up, right? And I noticed in the handicap stall by the door that Chevy Traverse, whatever, crossover, the back window is smashed to fuck. Like, it just happened. The glass is on the ground. So it happened, obviously, after that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm just like, it was a handicap spot, so I assume like they put a wheelchair or something in the back, and then they close the door and the handle popped the window. Shit happens like that all the time.
Right.
When you have wheelchairs and shit. Well, I go in, waiting for Keith. These two old ladies are leaving, and I'm like, oh, there's no fucking way they're getting in that car right now. This can't be it. This is not. Nope. I don't want to intervene. I don't want to be a part of this. Sure as shit. Two ladies don't notice a fucking thing. Right? So they know, like, there was this wire on her front windshield wiper, like, had been thrown from the construction, which might have been, honestly. Like, if a scrapper was going by and a piece of wind put a wire. Well, there's a wire on her windshield. Unfortunately, there was also a groundskeeper guy from down to earth, like, edging the highway.
Oh, yeah.
Like, after doing lawn care. So she found that, and I was like, hey, ladies, I don't know if you noticed, but you might want to go take a look at your back window. I just don't want you guys driving, like possibly getting glass on you or whatever. They had no fucking clue. They were about to take off with no fucking windshield. And these are like grandmas. These are like 80-year-olds.
Oh, my goodness.
Like, fuck.
Their car was like that the whole entire time? Or
After they got there. It happened while they were there. Well, Grandma A, who was the driver, assumed that the person doing the lawn care had like whipped something at the car and broken the windshield.
Yep.
So she got heated. She yelled at him loud enough that he heard her through earmuffs and a weed eater. And then the other grandma was like, hey, why don't you just stay back in case he like gives us shit? I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? I'm not going to. Not to mention the guy working was not our complexion. Let me put it that way. I'm like, God, don't let this turn into a racial thing. God damn it. No, but honestly, she went up, she's like, what is this? And like started accusing, whatever. You know how people would jump to go. This dude, I would hire him on the fucking spot. He is the coolest and calmest motherfucker I've ever seen under pressure. She's like, oh, was that on the windshield? Okay, what's going on? First thing he does, whips his phone out, calls his boss like, hey, we got a situation. I don't have authority to take care of this. I need you to come down, talk to him, blah, blah, blah. It's like, fuck yeah, I don't need to be out here
So was
anymore.
it actually him?
No. What I think happened is debris from the road construction like got on the road and then it got flung by like a bigger tire or like a rock got on a bigger tire or something.
Oh, okay.
That can happen.
Yeah. I mean, very unlikely, but can happen. Also very unlikely that a professional lawn care person is going to fling something at a vehicle.
You know how hard you'd have to fuck up with a weed eater?
Yeah,
like
right.
to break.
Well, and I'm sure he probably has bags, so I'm sure he's bagging everything.
Well, he's weed eating.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
just
That's what
trimming.
he's doing.
But I pulled up. I noticed him when I pulled up because I pulled in the back way because of all the fucking construction. Like he was on the other side of the property and he had just gotten to where the ladies were by the time they got out there. And that had been 10 minutes of me waiting inside. So I was like, fuck. I just didn't want it to devolve into something like it didn't need to be. Like I'm so glad the guy was level-headed so I didn't have to be big man. Fucking hate that. That's my default in every conversation.
Well, yeah, I mean, just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. But yeah, luckily everything got resolved. I think they left and they left all the glass on the concrete and then some other person with a placard drove right over it. It's like
Nice.
fucking tight. Everything is great. Their pancakes are pretty good. Their skillet was all right. The Cattlemen's Club was all right. Their chips and queso was
Chicken fried
okay.
chicken with gravy is good.
I got the skillet with the chicken fried
Is that what
steak
it was?
in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that was pretty good.
I haven't eaten there in a while, actually.
Keith ordered the onion rings not knowing they were the shoestring style and they made them fresh. So when it came out as a pile, he had no idea what he was doing. I was like, dude.
He was okay with it though.
Yeah, he said he had to go home and take a nap afterwards though.
I'm sure it's greasy as hell.
He said, well, we went to Walmart afterwards. Like, all the grease I just ate. I need to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to do that to a Walmart employee. And I'm just like,
You should have.
oh, I did.
Every time.
I'd
I'd rather do
require,
that to their plumbing rather than my plumbing.
which in fact is my plumbing. So thank you for being considerate. I appreciate you.
It's not that.
No, it's not that. You just don't want to clean.
I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. I require industrial pressure. That's what I want.
Sometimes I need industrial pressure.
Okay. Poop talk over. Serious talk starts now. I
have a small penis.
That is a growing pandemic. Donate now to our GoFundMe for his penis enlargement surgery.
Thank you.
Hashtag extend the pudding. Anyway. Yeah. Can't put that on the spot. Anyway, I saw something.
Lower than 8 inches.
Whoa. Shoot for the stars there,
Jesus
aren't you, buddy?
Christ.
Yeah.
You want to be in the top 5 percentile? Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
If we're going to do it, we're going for it.
Big dick swinging. All right.
I don't know why I put the fish vibrator. I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm sorry. So you guys know how pivoting to more morbid subject. You know what happens when someone stops paying their mortgage? Are you guys aware of what happens?
That it
They
gets
come after
seized
you?
and goes to auction.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. So I was doom scrolling in prep for this, and I saw that there is a house for auction in Hartley with no minimum bid, highest cash buyer on site wins. And I'm just like,
Yeah, buy a house even further away.
What-
That sounds like a great idea.
what's the chance I fuck around and pick up this house that's worth $180,000 for 10 grand cash on a Tuesday? I think I might fuck around and do it.
I mean, I don't see why not.
Someone else is going to be there and get it from you.
Well, that's the thing. That's like the highest bidder wins, but this is the third auction they've had. Nobody's followed through. Because like the sheriff becomes the auctioneer, and this auction is happening in the like 12 by 12 lobby of the O'Brien County courthouse or O'Brien County Law Enforcement Center, which is in Primgar.
So
Literally-
if I remember correctly, pretty much the auction, then whatever the money they get from there pays off the mortgage. Is that right?
The money, the money goes like this. So the first thing that comes off the top is the sheriff's admin fee, right? For serving papers and all this other stuff. The next one is the first rights on the lien, which in this case is JP Morgan Chase, to the tune of $158,000.
Jesus.
That was the outstanding balance, plus an additional $13,000 in interest after they seized it. So they kept charging these people interest on the outstanding loan.
Oh my God.
So what happens to the family that stopped paying on it? Then do they owe anything? Still?
They will be taken out. Okay, so house gets repoed, house gets auctioned, the numbers shake out, and then the balance at the end of the sheet, JP Morgan Chase can choose to either take it as an L, as a tax write-off, which they probably will because it's less than $200K, or they can take the people to court and then collect based on if they ever register a vehicle or if they ever buy a house or if they X, Y, and Z.
Pretty much take anything that they do have that's of value.
Yeah, anything they could in the future. Because like if they went to go buy a house for $200,000, they get the mortgage. The moment they get the mortgage, JP Morgan Chase is taking the difference in the loan. And then they can't buy the house, but they still owe the bank the new bank $200,000.
Okay.
It's bad. I don't want to profit from people's misfortune, but I read it and it's like so it's, a guy died and then nobody took it over from his family.
Oh.
They just
let
the
it go.
estate let it lapse, essentially.
So then
is
they
what
probably
happened.
will take an L on that one then.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Chase, before it was JP Morgan Chase, it was Chase at the time, owned my house because the people defaulted before I bought it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was sitting on their balance sheet for 8 years.
Oh my.
I think they lost 28, almost 30 grand on the transaction by me buying it at the price I did. Like the bank did.
Every business needs their tax write-offs.
Well, that's the thing. When you're making millions in interest every single minute,
Yeah.
what do you care about 28,000?
Right.
Like-
there's bigger things to go after. Something's just not worth your time to.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because, like, to give perspective, my house was repossessed in 2008 during the financial crisis, right?
What do you live in now?
The one I live in currently. My house was repossessed in '08, and they didn't sell it to me until the summer of 2013. So that means
5 years.
it was so low on their balance sheet that they paid for lawn care on my big ass yard for 5 years before they even considered, like, hey, maybe we should sell this. And originally they had it for 35, then it went to 32, then I said 26, and they're like, hey, if you give us $1,000 today, it's yours. You bet your sweet bippy. Hey, it's like, hey, here's the earnest money. Done. That's the biggest down payment I've ever put on a building, even to this date.
How much?
$1,000.
$1,000?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, when you do commercial, it's called earnest money. It's not called a down payment.
Oh.
It's just like, hey, you have skin in the game, so you won't pull out. Commercial, yeah, exactly. Commercial real estate is like, hey, give me $1,000. You're in on the contract. We just keep going.
Making all them babies with the commercials.
What?
You ain't pulling out.
Oh, yeah. I missed the pullout joke apparently.
It's fucking little laugh.
So, I might go.
Rogue.
Yeah, no, I might.
Go give it a shot.
I might just take $10K cash and be like, hey, maybe I'll buy a house.
You gonna move there?
if
live in
you
it,
do
or-
it-
I don't know. Maybe that would solve a short-term problem I have.
I mean, that's fair.
For $10K, it's gonna cost me more than that to make other things livable in my life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you buy this house, you better just fucking like fix it up and then fucking turn it right around.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. I was
Or
gonna
I'll
say, if
keep it
you're
as a
gonna
rental.
fucking rent this out, I don't want to fucking hear about it.
This one I would rent out with a property manager. So I pay them. Sorry,
They deal with it, and you just
I pay them 10% of gross receipts gross income every month, and they take care of everything.
Ah, there you go.
And then I get all the maintenance bills sent to me. But again, I want the write-offs, not them. So
I got the word.
What was it?
Style.
Style.
Oh, style.
Got it in
Nice.
5 guesses.
The work. But no, I would just flip it for like, I would sell a new family like, hey, here's $90K. Oh shit, look at that. Thing is, you can't look in the house. You can only look at the outside of the house. So who knows what the fuck's going on the inside. The other problem is, I don't know how repossession law works because if you buy, this is the scumbag part of finance right here, guys. Sorry. If you go out and buy somebody's tax lien, so like say you owed the county of Sioux $1,000,
Okay.
right? I can go buy that debt, and then you owe me $1,000.
So if you were to go pay my $1,000
From the
owe
county.
you.
Yes.
Hmm.
The problem is the county, if you owe them $1,000 on applicable things, the lien might be on the house you own. So someone with a $100,000 house that owes $1,000, right, and property tax, what have you, someone else can buy that. They give you 60 days. They give you, I think in Iowa, it's 60 days or 6 months to pay you back. And if they do not pay you back that $1,000, they take ownership of the item.
Holy shit.
That's a real fucking thing.
Good God.
And then the thing is, you own the deed to the property and they still have all the original debt because your name's not associated with it. It's just associated with the structure. So you can take that house and you can sell it. Or what most people do, again, the dark piece of shit side of financial, they'll do this, they'll repossess the house, and then they'll force the original owners to buy it back from them for a fee.
Wow.
So for like, they'll be like, hey, I don't want your house. I legally now own it, but for $10,000, I will release the deed back to you. You just need to give me $10,000 cash.
Wow.
Happens every fucking day. Every day. That's what I don't want to run into, because if I buy a house on auction, I don't know what the rebuttal is. Because if the estate comes back at me because somebody didn't dot an I or cross a T on the title 10 years ago, what the fuck happened?
Right.
I'd have to buy out land rights from somebody. I don't know. Either way, it's like an acre lot. It's fucking huge. It's an
Holy
entire
shit,
quarter
really?
of a block. It's right on the main street, too, I think. Right on First Street. So maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll buy more DeWalt tools because I have half the fucking Baumgart store in here now.
Might
Pot
as well.
chainsaw. Now we have a chainsaw. If you ever need a 12-inch chainsaw, I got it.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Fair.
It was on sale. I got a hell of a deal.
Maybe for, I don't know. It'd probably be better just to, I don't know, the tree.
I'm getting a pole saw that goes 15 feet up.
We'll need to do that. I also need to clean the gutters. There's some shit.
Yeah, I
growing
need
there.
to do that at some point too. Just gotta find the time.
On the sale contract for my quadplex, one of the items is must clean the gutters. Apparently, I have vines growing out of my gutters.
Yeah, it's starting to grow.
Yeah. I might get one of those like jet wand things, you know?
Yeah, I've already kind of partially cleaned my gutters last year, just the front gutters. Oh, it smelled terrible.
Oh, yeah, it
mold.
never smells good.
It's regenerative life.
Yep.
It's good compost though. They made this jet hook thing where you hook it up to like a power washer, and then it just literally just goes in and sprays it one way, and you can kind of like whittle it down in your gutter.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. More excuse to buy more tools because I'm not going on a roof.
Spend money on that shit.
I'm not going on a roof.
Well, we don't have. I have 2 gutters.
Let's just in. I'm buying Eric a new garage door opener.
It's just in. I'm gonna buy a discounted
When the
hose.
fuck did that happen?
Oh, it was in a budget meeting I had with myself.
Oh, perfect.
I'm gonna buy a discounted hose that's John Deere labeled.
He's actually talking a actual garden hose. Oh,
Oh, sorry.
or a
Garden
hose?
hose, like a water hose.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That just has John Deere on it, and it's
Branded?
discounted.
Yeah, it's just the yellow and green.
Aren't all
All hoses yellow and green,
except for the weird white ones?
Yeah,
Well,
there's some white
the
ones.
end
there's
on
the
it,
dark
the end on
green
it's
ones.
got the there's like a yellow end on it.
Oh.
the plastic molded easy on off end thingy.
I think so.
Yeah, it's got the deer on it.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, that's what you're paying for right there.
I've got a $6 bag of John Deere sweet corn in my laptop bag. It was a party favor for a wedding I did.
I need to buy some more John Deere merch.
Do you? Do you want some?
I get
Such a
I can get
slut.
it from work.
Oh my god, can you?
Yeah.
They make it all.
Please do.
What John Deere
2XL.
goes through us.
2XL. Anything that is out free, just 2XL, get it to me.
You know about the
Okay.
liquidation store, right?
I don't want to go there.
Why not?
I'm
It
too lazy.
Eliminates the middleman, and it's cheaper.
Why can't I just have him get it and then bring it here?
It's not. It'd be cheaper if I got it.
Oh, well.
It'd be cheaper if I got it through our sales that we have, because that is legal. I just can't resell it.
Yeah, that's a rule.
He can gift it to me, but I can't buy it from him.
Yeah. Well, you can sell it for equal amount because that's not profit, right? I still don't think
As far as I know, I'm not allowed to sell it at all.
Oh,
So I can gift it, or if we wanted to, we could go to the outlet store. I can show my ID and everything's 10% off, at least.
they have John Deere hats at the outlet store. There's literally a sign saying you're not supposed to go on eBay and sell
I'm not
them.
doing John Deere hats because they don't fit my head.
That's surprising because farmers got big fucking domes.
They're
Because I bought a hat on the merch site. Doesn't fit me.
What kind of hat? Like this?
I'm not a flat bill. It's just a.
Well, it's not like a beanie or.
Oh,
like
wait, no, I didn't buy that one. I got that free in a box.
in a welcome box.
Yep.
Did you get a welcome box at all ever?
from Staples.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you really?
I
got a
too.
welcome box from Sikasui.
I got a welcome box from Staples when I was there.
Really?
It's like a water bottle, a shirt.
Nothing that crazy.
Yeah, nothing
I got
worthwhile.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. John Deere has given me a lot of stuff. I mean, I've
you
gotten
go.
the
Thanks.
fucking John Deere. I've gotten the John Deere backpack that they gave me, but it's for good
Word,
reason. It's
yeah.
to put my laptop in it. So when I go to John Deere in September, then I have a place to travel in with it.
I got a Frosted Frog, a Yeti alternative mug that I use for coffee every day. So thank you for that. I got a little foam plane, and then a shirt, and then some chocolates. I'm just like, ooh, I'm never wearing this shirt, ever.
yeah, for the
Not
most part,
happening.
I don't wear the shirts like that are for Staples ever.
I think I have 5 of them sitting at the front reception office for like our safety days or like our charity days and shit. Like everyone gets a shirt.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have never once picked one up. I have a pile. I'm just like, I don't want your slut material. I'm not a walking billboard.
Yeah, The fact that I am now elite, I actually have to care about those days.
I know. You have to
Fucking
be a
dumb.
big team player, Big Hoss.
Yeah, and now, I'm just in more charge of shit. Don't like it.
And you could be a trucker man.
I am big trucker man.
Boop boop.
Your legs falling asleep.
Yeah.
I'm very dad-like.
You gotta be a little closer to me, otherwise you'd be out of frame. Okay, his dick is on my elbow. Too close.
It's not that big.
Too close. My personal bubble.
It's like a toothpick poking at you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm about to have a huge calf cramp, and this is gonna hurt like all hell. Today's track is
Charlie horses.
"All Urine" or "All Yorn" by Tyler Childers.
Bubba's penis track of the day is Dear Magic Conch Shell by Boy What? Thank you.
He sang it on his stream. That's the
Dear Magic Conch Shell, what can I do to erase all the heartache?
It's an AI generated SpongeBob song.
Featuring
Okay,
Sandy
there are some pretty damn good ones with Plankton covering.
Like, emo songs.
But these
Yeah.
are like actual songs
Fucking
that like
money.
they took the song, but then they made their own lyrics over the
I
song.
like it. Yeah.
Like Bikini Bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then there's a part in there where
including that.
Sandy's talking and how she packed up her dome back to the Lone Star State because SpongeBob broke her heart.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's fucking
I'm
great.
going to see Sandy. I'm gonna clap them cheeks. That was a good line.
That needs to be a line.
That's a good line.
Needs to be a
goddamn
line. Anywho,
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is the
thank
Message
you
Podcast.
for
Thanks hanging
joining
out.
us on
Did I
this.
hit all my line items?
Maybe.
I think that was the last one. Yeah, should I go bid on an auctioned off house? Also, I put hashtag funeral suck in the notes.
Hashtag funerals suck. Funerals do suck.
But
We've hit all the note points. We've hit our time limit for the day.
we've out of fucks to give.
No fucks to give in this economy, especially.
Yeah, this economy's bullshit.
God.
It's okay though.
Waiting for that house market crash.
Bro, me and you both, brother. I'm buying shit for pennies on the fucking
I'm
dollar.
fucking ready to just buy something.
Hell yeah. He's never buying a house. Ever. Best case scenario for you, you're going to buy a condo somewhere. It's going to be your best case scenario, which is an apartment that you
At
own.
this rate, I'm going to be moving around a lot.
There's something to be said.
There you go.
Anyway, this is the Metro Machines Podcast. Thank you for watching. We appreciate everything about you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell. We post every Wednesday at 7 a.m. now. That's our new time.
Wednesday 7.
We've been very consistent, and we appreciate you. No big changes coming except next week in the studio. We're going to be on lawn chairs.
Oh, you're gonna finish building.
yeah,
that
Try to have guests.
And try to have a guest.
stuff?
And we're also going to have 3 cameras. We're going to try that experiment again, but with a better setup. Anyway, thank you for everything. We appreciate your existence. Have a fun, safe rest of your day, and we'll catch you down the road.
Fine.
Stay safe, stay healthy, get a glass of water, get some fucking rest.
We're
Hey,
Fred, we're Fred, and we're ready for Fred.
Exactly, but we do have one more point to make.
No.
Don't open that.
No. That will be
We're
deactivated outside.
No, we gotta do that outside.
You're no longer an inside cat. Oh, by the way, you'll be happy
No.
to hear this. Shh, you're not seeing this, but you're seeing this. Sammy's feline is stuck up there. She's not allowed down here when we do the whole thingy.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you
When
later.
they-
I'll
Okay.
Yeah.
For legal reasons, we can't divulge any more information on that particular topic. Anyway, hey, you take care of yourself. You're doing a great fucking job, okay? Stay hydrated. Stay motivated.
Person. I thank you for joining us for Metro Machines